Hi, Kaitlyn. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great. What a great morning! I get to talk with you first thing and get to know you a little bit. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations on everything that you're doing. Hosting is a lot different muscle than acting, isn't it?
Yeah, then acting, yes. Absolutely.
And this season of The Bachelorette is really it's like no other season. There's a lot more drama going on.
I mean, you think that every season I'm like, how does it keep like how is it more dramatic than the last one? But I mean, that's we always say that love is messy, and when you put it on television, we all get to sit back and relate to it.
Why do you think the world is obsessed with these shows?
I mean, I think that exactly what I just said. It's relatability. It's everybody can relate to falling in love and have the ups and downs that comes along with it. And I think, you know what else I think it is that we're not actors or actresses or stars coming in. We are exactly like anybody who just come in and have this fame kind of overnight. And I think that's what's really cool for the people at home to watch is that we are just, we come from our regular jobs and just all of a sudden try to find love on TV and we don't know how the television world works. And it's kind of a beautiful thing.
Is that seductive, finding love on TV when some producer approaches you and says, "We're going to put you on TV with a bunch of really good-looking guys, and you're going to pick one"?
I mean, doesn't that sound lovely?
Not to me.
Well, it takes a special person to be able, you got to have thick skin and you got to be, obviously willing to put yourself out there like that. But yeah, it's a high risk, high reward. It can be very rewarding.
But I think a show like this also opens doors for you as well.
Mhm. Yeah, of course. I think, again, when I went on the show, social media was just starting to really blow up. And I didn't know the power of social media or what would come along with it, or even the opportunities for that matter. So it definitely has opened doors, and I'm always going to be forever grateful for that opportunity.
Now, you're also very heavily into charities and stuff like that. Tell me a little bit about that part of your life.
That's been something that I really have. It's really opened my eyes to come off of a TV show and have this platform that I never expected to have. And I started talking to Jillian Harris, who was a previous Bachelorette. She was the only other Canadian Bachelorette, and she introduced me to a lot of organizations. And one that I got heavily involved with is for homeless youth. And so every year, I can't do it this year and I couldn't do it last year, but I still raised money for it. We sleep outside for the Covenant House and raise money and awareness for homeless youth. And just seeing everybody come together through social media and platforms to be able to make a difference is one of my favorite parts about social media.
Yeah, and you're on social media. I mean, you really know how to manipulate that as well. And that's not a bad term. I'm not, but I mean it. You have a platform and a voice, and you use that voice for a lot of good work.
Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it feels like a lot of pressure and responsibility, and other times it really creates some really inspiring connections. And I'm very open about mental health and speaking about anxiety on my platforms, and seeing people just say, wow, I wouldn't expect somebody who's been on The Bachelorette and has 2 million followers on Instagram to have problems, and we all do. And I think at the end of the day, it's you can use social media for creating those connections.
I also found out that you're a wine expert.
Expert.
A wine
I have a wine
connoisseur,
label.
maybe?
I kind of am. Yeah. I worked in the restaurant business for 10 years and was able to train under a sommelier. And I actually had to train servers on wine knowledge, and I fell in love with that. So coming off the show and having this platform and being knowledgeable about wine and enjoying it so much, I did create my own label. And now I'm able to, have wine with guests on my podcast and talk about the Bachelorette and everything that goes down. So it's really fun.
It's odd. I worked on a wine show with two of your countrymen, Terry David Mulligan and Jason Priestley.
Okay.
And they did a show called
You did?
Hollywood and Vines. and
Cool.
it was so much fun.
Oh, I bet. That sounds like a great time.
In our final moments we have, tell me what audiences are going to expect from this season's Bachelorette.
Yeah, I think we've seen Michelle, always, she's a very logical woman who is very confident and knows what she's doing. And I think we're going to see her get tested with that a little bit in the season where, I don't think she expects to really fall for more than one person. And I think she is going to go through the real struggles of being a bachelorette where you do fall in love with more than one person. And audience will definitely get to see her navigate that.
Kaitlyn, it's such a pleasure to get to know you for this brief moment in time and talk with you.
Right back at you.
All the best and happy holidays to you.
Same to you. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.